James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Welcome into a presentation of high school girls state basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Girls state basketball on The Ticket is presented by Union Bank and Trust, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Concordia University, Nest 529 Direct Plan, Peru State College, General Excavating, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Doane University, Play It Again Sports, Sunbelt Rentals, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Big Ten Sports Bar, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Jimmy John's. Now calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we took an extended break. Thanks to the guys back in the studio for filling the time. As Nick Sainert coming at you live alongside Jay Foreman from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are ready to turn our attention to Class A action, and we got a good one on tap. The number one seed in Class A girls basketball, the Lincoln North Star Gators, going up against the 8-seeded Millard North Mustangs. Jay Foreman, this Lincoln North Star team, let's start with them. They've been unstoppable all season long. Their one loss on the year came in 8-point fashion to Omaha North, who is the 3 seed in the Class A tournament. But this one should be a good one, and Lincoln North Star trying to do something that they've never done, and that's win a state championship.
Yeah, they've been getting inching closer and closer every year. I mean, we've seen some of these young ladies out here as freshmen just finding their way in this high school basketball state championship tournament. And now you're seeing the fruits of their labor. Coach Tommy Johnson has done a really good job coming in and really taking a stronghold on this program, developing a lot of these young ladies on and off the court. They've been pretty consistent all year. Omaha North played a really good game, and they can't worry about Omaha North being the number 3 seed. They got a tough challenge here with the Millard North Lady Mustangs, and they've been a staple here as well for the last 2 years. And so they played one time earlier in the year. The North Star won by, I think, close to 14 to 16 points. Millard North, with their coaching staff, has probably made some adjustments. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, I mean, obviously we know, with Millard North, the Mustangs, they're a team that has been here a plethora of times. They won a state championship back in 2019. I don't want to say choked the last couple of years, but haven't lived up to the standards that they've expected the last couple of years. This is the 20th appearance, for Chris Paulson's squad and Millard North in their school history. For them, it's also something to be said about, you have the number 1 seed on the other side, but as we know, it's just win or go home. You got to win one game.
And all you got to do is play well for one game. Styles make fights. Experience over there, obviously, with Millard North, the up-and-coming program here with Lincoln North Star. They have a freshman over here at Millard North and McKenzie leading and scoring at 16 points a game, which is different than last year. Obviously, giving some punch. And they have the veteran presence around her to, kind of steady the waters. And so this is going to be interesting to see what team starts the fastest, what team is able to maintain. But the adjustments that Millard North has made from earlier in the year to now is going to pay off for them if they're going to get a victory.
These teams have not played, they did play each other, as you mentioned, Jay, earlier in the year. In the 4th game of the year, it was a victory for the Lincoln North Star Gators, 60-46. We'll find out if Millard North, it's going to be, I would imagine today it comes down to shot-making ability. It's different than a lot of the same fundamentals, sure, as what we saw in Class D2. Everybody's got really good shooters across the board. Who can hit maybe more shots? I think it comes down to shot making. We watched Lincoln North Star and Millard North warm up. Millard North struggling to find maybe the bottom of the bucket in some of their warm ups. Can they shake that off and translate a little bit better?
The warm ups didn't get warm and probably some nerves. You got to think when you're leading scorer as a freshman, you're going to be a little bit nervous, and maybe it's that hoop. We have to measure the hoop, and so I think really what it's going to come down to is who can make the opposing team blink first, right? You got a team that's well-oiled. They play together. They got continuity led by Coach Johnson. Then on the other side where you have the veteran presence, but a new spark of energy of a 16-point scorer per game as a freshman. Millard North last year, they had 5 young ladies that just averaged 9 points. So they like to spread it around, but when they need a bucket, they're going to try to go to McKenzie. So what is Coach Johnson going to do for a young freshman that doesn't have experience in this type of atmosphere?
Starting 5 for Lincoln North Star: Joyce Johnson, KJ Pinchon, Kendall Anderson, Annie Liu, and Corbin Pierce. Pierce, a freshman, 5'10", and the 2 that are going to be jumping it as we are ready to tip things off. It's going to be KJ Pinchon and Mia McKenzie as Millard North wins the tip, and we are underway in the Class A quarterfinals. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman, glad you could be with us here as Millard North controls the tip, and we're ready to go. It's going to be a turnover early on, but Millard North gets it right back after they're able to force a turnover of themselves. The initial shot by Clara Welker's no good, and Lincoln North Star cleans up the miss, and here comes Joyce Johnson.
Yeah, Joyce Johnson obviously started off with an early steal. Good rebound there on the secondary chance there by Annie Liu, and now a quick turnover there, trying to get their freshman started going against. But North Star, this is their staple. The 1-3-1 zone gives everybody in the state a lot of problems.
Here is a jump ball is what they're going to call. It could have been a travel, but instead they're going to call a jump ball as it was number 23, Mia McKenzie, that freshman that you talked about, Jay, as she is unable to get a clear shot off. North Star basketball still 0-0, just about 40 seconds into this one.
Yeah, good defensive series for both teams here, so let's see who can get on the scoreboard first.
Lincoln North Star with the basketball, the number 1 seed in Class A, as Lou has it on the right wing, looking around, gets it to Pinchon near the logo, well beyond the 3-point line. She passes it to Joyce Johnson, now closer to the top of the key. Johnson hesitates. 3 players on the right side of the perimeter for Annie Liu, and Lincoln North Star. Johnson with it, 7 on the possession. She drives left side in the lane. It's good. 2-0 Lincoln North Star.
No panic there. I mean, when you think about it, Millard North has a freshman. North Star has 2. No panic. There goes that 1-3-1 zone, and Annie Liu, all everything. Big steal, potential 2 points here.
She misses the layup. You had to say it, Jay.
I did.
You had to say it. You should apologize. Right there as Millard North goes the other way. McMahon with the basketball. She passes it inside to Clara Welker. Back out. 3-point wide open look. And it rattles halfway down and drops out. Offensive rebound. McMahon has it. Gets bumped. No whistle. Gets it out top of the key. Another try this time. It's good for number 11, Mallory Klossman.
Yeah. I mean, that was a good series there. Get a couple offensive rebounds, kick it out to one of your 3-point shooters. Big shot there by Kaufman.
3-2, your score. Millard North out in front by 1 over Lincoln North Star. Pass almost taken away on the entry pass to Pinchon. She beats her defender off the dribble, off the glass, and in.
Pinchon's going to be special. Another freshman that Coach Johnson brought up. and also with their partner in crime, Doherty, you see where this team is going to be in the future, but the present right now is pretty impressive.
Annie Lou takes away the basketball as Lincoln North Star forces another turnover. Here's Joyce Johnson, center of the lane, trying to finish with the right hand, too strong. And a good job playing defense without fouling by Millard North there as they find a trailer McMahon down low into McKenzie, layup good. It's 5-4.
This is an up and down game right now. This is plays in both teams' wheelhouse, and there's excellent passing here by Millard North. A little bit of adjustment. Instead of going side to side, they're going north to south against this zone.
Here's Joyce Johnson on the right wing, guarded by Crossman. Lincoln North Star with the basketball. Kendall Anderson now to Pierce. Back to Anderson. Thought about the three. Instead, Pinchin will take it from the top. It's off back iron, just a little too strong and off to the right. And McMahon clears the glass for Millard North. 5-4 Mustangs here. 4:53 to play, first quarter. Here's Galligan. First time she's touched the ball today. Here inside, it's Welker. Welker out to Galligan. She'll fire the three from the left wing. Missed it badly off to the right. Barely grazed the rim, and Lincoln North Star clears the glass.
When you stop Lincoln North Star, you have to cash in on the other end, and that's what really the problem is, because they play excellent defense. That's why they're never out of a game.
Here's Pinchin at the top of the key, guarded by the freshman McKenzie. That's a senior Pinchin working on the freshman McKenzie. Now top of the key, Joyce Johnson hesitates on the right side. Top of the key, Lou, three-pointer on the way. Circles the cylinder, and it falls out. No good. Still 5-4 Millard North here with 4:16 to play in the first. Klossman will bring it across the timeline, pass left side. Watch out as that's headed for some laptops on the tables. And with 4 minutes and 11 seconds, we have our first substitution.
When you think about this 1-3-1 zone, and now where Coach Johnson always does a good job of getting young ladies in and keeping everybody fresh. They have pitching on the left side. Then you have Annie Lou right here. Two both players are over 6 foot, 6'1". The length caused that turnover. You're not used to seeing this much athletic ability, whether you're in the Metro or in Lincoln.
McKenna Powell, good cut there by number 2, as that's Alex Kroll, and she is able to get a layup to fall. It's 6-5. Lincoln North Star, I was going to say. So Kroll and also McKenna Powell are into the game for Lincoln North Star. As this pass goes out of bounds, it was stay with Millard North.
Yeah, Nick, when you think about Kendall Anderson, 6 foot, Annie Lou, 6 foot, McKenna Powell, 6 foot, that's what you're seeing coming over half court. Yeah. It's hard to pass over it or around it because they are fast, they are quick, and they are smart.
Here, dribbling the ball, it's Lindley Paulson for Millard North. She has it. Top of the key pass, almost taken away. Now it is. Annie Lou going the other way, being tracked down by Paulson. Layup no good. She smoked it too hard. Gets her own miss. Now lost the basketball. Bodies are on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Millard North basketball.
Yeah, look, it's up and down action. Annie Lou missed a couple shots she normally makes, right? The wide open three and a layup. One thing that we talked about, free throws. But this is a big court. This is bigger than any court that they play. So getting used to it. Warm-ups is one thing. Get the adrenaline going. Sometimes you miss some bunny shots that you normally don't make.
6-5.
Normally make, excuse me.
6-5. Lincoln North Star out in front by 1. 3:25 to play first quarter. Galligan with it now to Clara Welker. Down low into McKenzie. Yes, that's McKenzie. Layup is good for Mia McKenzie.
Good job there getting the freshman started. Easy, high-low offense against that 1-3-1. Quick passes. Decisive decision leads to easy 2 points.
7-6. Millard North out in front by 1. Also into the game is Ladivai Daughtery. She's in there for Lincoln North Star in the lane. Alex Kroll, layup good.
Look, when you can bring Kroll off the bench, that would start at most teams. It allows you to get down to the middle of the lane. She's really quick. She controls the defense at the bottom of this 1-3-1. But cash money there. Driving. One-handed
pass to Mia McKenzie in the lane. She gets bumped and fouled. I think they're going to get Kroll for this one. And with 2:45 to go in the first quarter, we have what feels like one of our first stoppages in play, as it is 8-7 Lincoln North Star lead over Millard North. Only one foul has been called through 5 minutes and 15 seconds of game time. Pretty smooth matchup so far, as this pass almost taken away by Daughtery. Now it is taken away by Kendall Anderson. Going the other way. Anderson bounces it inside to Powell. Can't get it. Lou, trifecta on the way. It's good, Annie Lou.
How many times have we seen Annie Lou do that since her freshman year, top of the key? Now she's expanded her range past college. That's why she's such a great player.
On the right side, Paulson. Now Paulson to McKenzie. Paulson, a two-handed pass overhead to Galligan. Trying to get it inside. It's taken away Daughtery. Daughtery across the timeline. Going in transition against the smaller Galligan. She is fouled with 2:13 to play in the first.
When you have Pearson Daughtery, 2 freshmen, one's 5'10", or the other one's 5'10", one's a guard and one's a center. the length, the athletic ability, when you keep just bringing 6-footers, 5'10" young ladies off the bench, this is how you're able just to wear teams down. They have a couple good series, then North Star just continues to wear you down and execute you. It's not the type of thing where they have to press, and that's the only way they can win. They beat you by being extremely smart, efficient, cohesive, but then the aggressiveness is strategic, Nick, because they know when to go for a steal. They've done this defense, I'm sure, because Coach Tommy has developed these young ladies from a very young age. They know exactly what they're doing, and they believe in it, and this is their identity. And here you go right now. They have people that can play multiple positions. See Joyce Johnson now playing the middle where they'd usually have, Annie Lou or somebody like that. So you are able to have flexibility, and that's where you have a lot of problems.
Here's Galligan. She passes it inside, now kicks it out. McMahon for three. Just a tad strong. Rebound chased down, and that is almost out of bounds. No, it is out of bounds as it touched the sideline.
Galligan didn't like that call.
Galligan thought she saved it.
Yeah, she didn't like that call. Good hustle, though. I mean, they had a couple good opportunities, and that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get some offensive rebounds, more shots, more opportunities to try to break down this North Star Gator defense.
Yeah, I think our crowd might have picked her up and saying no as she got called for stepping on the sideline there. In the lane, pinch and contested layup, bounces around off the miss, and Millard North comes away with it down 13-7. Here comes Klossman. Klossman across the timeline. Two-handed pass down low. That's a risky, tough pass into triple coverage, and it's taken away Joyce Johnson. Johnson across the timeline, looking, hesitating, surveying, spins around, throws it up top to Lou. Lou connected from a three a moment ago. She dribble drives, and no shot on this foul with 1:22 to play in the first quarter. While we have a stoppage in play at NHO at the Nebraska Hematology Oncology, they are advancing cancer care and enhancing the lives of those battling cancer by offering clinical trials to patients right here in Nebraska. You can learn more at yourcancercare.com. 1:22 to go, first quarter. 13-7 is your score. Lincoln North Star out in front by 6 with the basketball. Johnson fires the three, left side, missed everything, and that'll be Millard North basketball out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a shot that she normally could make. The depth perception, not only in free throws, but threes, it takes a little while to get used to. And when you think about Pinchin, right, the 6'1" senior forward is going to Stephen F. Austin. She can play point guard. She can play power forward. This team is pretty special with some really good athletes.
Klossman looking for help, finds Galligan. Back to Klossman, right side McMahon. McMahon looking around, helping, asking for help. Now splits two defenders, kicks it out Galligan. Extra pass, McKenzie for three. She drains it. The freshman makes it a 3-point differential.
Yeah, the freshman doesn't know any better. Really good shot being in the corner. Decisive shot there, the high arching shot. That's what you have to do against this 1-3-1 zone.
42 seconds to play in the first quarter. 13-10 Lincoln North Star. Johnson with the basketball for the Gators. Left side Anderson. Now to Pinchin. Pinchin, she traveled.
Yeah, a little bit of happy feet there. A little bit of confusion there by North Star Gators. And a defensive coverage switch there by Millard North. They put a 1-3-1 zone or a 2-3 zone against North Star to see how they have it. Now they're taking out number 21, McKenna Powell, and bringing in Corbin Pierce, the freshman, 5'10" guard. Starters back in the game, trying to extend this lead again.
13-10, 30 seconds to play, about a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Off-ball screen, frees up Galligan. Great closeout defensively, blocks the three-point attempt. McKenzie still gets the offensive rebound. She's going to go up with it, get fouled, and she'll have two shots at the line.
You're seeing the young lady that's a freshman averaging 16 points a game. Not just an outside shooter. She can post up, and obviously she is very, very active on the offense and defensive boards. Really good job. But like I mentioned before, Nick, in order to beat North Star, but let alone, knock into this lead, you're going to have to offensive rebound. You're going to probably have to shoot a lot of outside shots. You have to shoot late in the shot clock, hustle to get the offensive rebound, more opportunities.
Both free throws good in line for Mia McKenzie, the 6-foot freshman, as she already has 9 points, 9 of the 12 for the Millard North Mustangs, who need to stop here before the end of the quarter. 13-12, Lincoln North Star out in front by with here in the first quarter. Three ball, Kendall Anderson, she's fouled from beyond the three-point line, and Kendall Anderson's going to go to the line to shoot three.
Well, you know what happens, whatever you can do, we can do better. So Millard North knew that they were running into a little bit of trouble, man-to-man defense, right? So they threw a 1-3-1 zone against North Star, but it's a different type of one where they play more static, right? And so that you have to get it to the pockets or the wings. And they got it to Anderson, who usually is a pretty good three-point shooter, fouled on it. So now you get a chance to extend the lead.
So here we go as at the second free throw is no good by Kendall Anderson. She made the first, missed the second. KJ Pinchin thought that there was only a 2-shot foul instead of 3 shots. She grabbed the offensive rebound and put in the layup. Here's the third free throw on the way. It is no good by Anderson. She goes 1 for 3. Here's McKenzie with 5 seconds on the game clock. Up the floor to Klossman. She fires the 3 at the horn. It's no good. And there is your first quarter of play with your score 14-12. Lincoln North Star on top of Millard North. Let's step aside, come back in 60 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Before we get rolling with the second quarter, I want to tell you about our friends at Union Bank. You can get a great rate on a 6, 12, or 24-month CD at Union Bank. You can learn more at ubt.com. Jay, Lincoln North Star up by 2 as we start the second quarter of play. It's 14-12, and the Gators start with the basketball.
Yeah, a little 2-1-2 half-court mini trap here, trying to confuse this high-powered offense, the North Star Gators by the Millard North Mustangs. Really good job here by Justin here, but from Coach Paulson, trying to confuse North Star.
Millard North gets a stop, but now an ill-advised pass from Klossman, trying to get it to Mia McKenzie, unable to get it there successfully. It goes out of bounds. A nice block, though, on the defensive end for Clara Welker for Millard North. She was able to block Corbin Pierce's shot of Lincoln North Star. 14-12, your score, Lincoln North Star, as we just started the second quarter of play. Joyce Johnson, left side, Lou with it to Anderson. She'll fire that 3, no problem, and she connects.
A good adjustment there by Coach Tommy Johnson. And so instead of trying to run a set offense against zone, you're going to spread it out, make you guard all 5 of them because they all can shoot threes, they all can drive and kick, put more pressure back on Millard North.
Here's McMahon now to Klossman. Klossman to Galligan. Galligan looking around, looking for help, and finds Klossman. Cross-court pass left side, McMahon, or rather, that's McKenzie. McKenzie loses it. Galligan gets it. She's trapped in the corner. That's not going to be a successful pass as that's taken away by Pinchin. Nobody in front of her, and the layup is good.
Yeah, really good job there by Pinchin. You're kind of hiding and playing possum over there in the corner. Once that ball goes lollipop, it allows the athletes to run underneath it.
Here on the far side, McMahon to Galligan to Klossman. She'll fire the tray on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped right into the lap of Galligan. Puts up a contested shot off the glass and in.
Yeah, Paulson was tipping it back out instead of grabbing it. Went right back to the Millard North offensive player. Easy 2 points.
19-14 your score. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Lincoln North Star out in front of Millard North. Joyce Johnson with her heels on the Herbie Husker logo at midcourt here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. A little bit of physicality just inside the top of the key from Millard North's defense, forces Lou to pass it out to Joyce Johnson. Johnson with dribbling with her left hand, stops at the top, looking around. Oh, that's going to be a double dribble on Joyce Johnson.
A little bit of static offense. Coach Tommy Johnson is not happy with his North Star Gator offense. A lot of standing around. He wants some more motion against this 2-1-2 half-court trap here that Millard North has implemented to try to slow down this offense. And so what they have to do is just be patient, and then Millard North has got to make some more shots and get some more second chance opportunities.
Here's McMahon. McMahon to Galligan. Galligan threw it right into the hands of Pierce. Now this pass deflected. Millard North gets it right back. Crisis averted for the Mustangs as McKenzie now right side McMahon. McMahon fires the three on the way. It's just off, no good. Put back try. That one is in for Clara Welker.
Yeah, you keep rebounding, keep trying to look. I know we talked about Lincoln North Star being really, tall and athletic. Millard North is tall and athletic as well, so they can do some of the same things.
Almost a carry by Joyce Johnson. Here's Corbin Pierce. Rockets a pass to Kendall Anderson. Now top of the key to Lou. Lou directing traffic. Joyce Johnson slipped underneath. Yeah. It's a good, nice, easy layup for Joyce Johnson.
That was a little okie dokie. You saw Annie Lou look over there to Anderson. Joyce Johnson backdoor cut, easy 2 points for the senior guard.
Here's Galligan to McMahon. Wide open three from the corner. Missed everything right into the hands of Annie Lou on the defensive rebound, and Joyce Johnson will jog it across the timeline. Now slow it down. As soon as I say she's going to jog across the timeline, she'll slow it down, brings it across. Kendall Anderson on the right side to Lou. Backdoor cut. They tried to set play there, and it did not work. Joyce Johnson kind of got hedged a little bit as she tried to work around Kendall Anderson. It's out of bounds, turnover.
Good job there by Galligan of just bumping Joyce Johnson off of her pass. A little bit of a wing UCLA cut trying to get back-to-back easy buckets for the senior guard. A called play, usually Tommy Johnson lets them just play offense, and so Millard North is doing a really good job of switching from man-to-man defense, zone defense, half-court trap, trying to slow down this Millard or Lincoln North Star offense.
Millard North has subbed in Bailey Rook, a freshman forward. She gets an offensive rebound off the miss. The three-point try by Welker was no good. Defensive rebound cleared by Joyce Johnson. Lincoln North Star leads by 5, 21-16, as Pynchon has it at the top of the key. Pynchon working on the freshman. Senior versus freshman there. Now Alex Kroll with the basketball. Almost a jump ball forced by Welker. She lost Lou. Lou gets open for three. It's halfway down and out on the three-point attempt. Now at the floor comes McMahon for Millard North. McMahon has a relative, Mia McMahon, who won a state championship with Omaha Skutt a couple of years ago. Down in the lane, the freshman McKenzie can't get it to fall on the left-handed layup, and with 3:57 to go until halftime, Lincoln North Star slows it down up by 5.
Yeah, bunny shot by McKinney that she missed, but what she's not used to is getting bumped in the physicality of North Star. And so it's a game of adjustments. This game is going to be a lot closer than what people think. North Star is in for a battle today.
Here in the lane, it's Annie Lou. She gets it poked away, taken away. Nice job by Clara Welker to force the loose ball, and McMahon was right there for Millard North. She passes it to Galligan. Galligan, a two-handed pass, another turnover as Galligan struggling to defeat that press, or rather defense, as Lou finds Pynchon, mid-range jumper. It's good.
Really good by the Division I recruit Pynchon. Good feed there by Annie Lou. No panic after a turnover. Get right back to defense and get a quick turnover and 2 points.
Here on the left side, one-handed pass across the floor in front of Lincoln North Star's bench. Now Galligan with it. Galligan spins around at the top of the key. Looks left side. McKenzie tries to split through a couple of defenders. Great job by Mia McKenzie as she's able to get to the lane, and it's going to be 2 shots at the line for Mia McKenzie.
Good job by McKenzie setting that drive up by the previous 3-point shot she hit from the corner. Got off to 2 feet, drew the foul. Now she's at the free throw line trying to knock into this deficit they have slowly but surely.
McKenzie's first free throw is no good. It hit the back iron twice.
I mean, as much as we're talking about North Star's freshmen, you think about Millard North, they got Bailey Rook and McKenzie to look forward to in the future, along with 4 other freshmen on their bench. These 2 teams are going to see each other for the next 3 or 4 years.
3:01 remains here in the second quarter. 23-16, second free throw on the way. That's also no good. McKenzie goes 0 for 2 at the line. Mia McKenzie, the freshman, still just has 9 points for Millard North. She had 9 of the 12 to start out, still has 9 of the 16. Here near the logo, it's Kendall Anderson for Lincoln North Star. 2:47 to play in the first half. Anderson on the right side, looking around, still surveying, kicks it out to Pierce. Pierce now dribbles left side lane. Good closeout by Izzy Galligan. The turnaround jumper will not go. Offensive rebound, Daughtery. She can't get her put back to go. And it's a defensive rebound for McKenzie as she's getting pursued by Lincoln North Star. And Kendall Anderson's going to grab the arm of Mia McKenzie and get called for the defensive foul.
Yeah, both teams missed a couple bunny shots. They just keep on playing. These are 2 well-coached teams, really good athletes, and obviously good players out here. And so this is going to be look, you play early in the season, lose a little bit, make adjustments, come back. Tough match right now.
We've got a timeout on the floor. Let's take it. That's 30 seconds, and we'll come back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, it'll be a sideline inbound for Millard North as they trail by 7. It feels a lot closer than a 7-point game, but another turnover here as Millard North throws it into the hands of Daugherty for Lincoln North Star. And it's North Star basketball up by 7, 23-16 with 2:20 to play in the second quarter. Here's Lou. Lou on the right side gives it to, Corbin Pierce, the freshman. Pierce throws it underneath to Joyce Johnson. That's Pinchin. She can't hit the short jumper. And we have a whistle and a jump ball. The possession arrow gives it to the Millard North Mustangs.
Good possession area. You got it to Pinchin in there. You know, it's usually 2 points for her. The Stephen F. Austin signee. Just missed the bunny, but you know what? You got to give Millard North a lot of credit. They are playing a heck of a basketball game, way more physical than they were earlier in the year. Confusion. Looks like man, goes to matchup zone, goes to half-court trap, really slowing down this Gator offense.
23-16 is your score. Pass to the left side. It's McMahon. McMahon now, short jumper. It's just off sides from the corner by number 14, rather. That was Kinley Anderson, the freshman, who attempted that jumper. Here comes Kendall Anderson for Lincoln North Star, though, across the timeline. Gives to Annie Lou. Lou calls for a screen, denies the screen, now goes left side, picks up her dribble, guarded by McMahon, hands it off to Pinchin. Pinchin, one-handed pass right side, and unable to haul it in was Kendall Anderson as that goes out of bounds.
Just with that turnover, a little bit off on the pass, a little bit off target, not on time. Up off the bench here comes Joyce Johnson, the junior guard, to kind of settle this team down. And now you got the starters back in, and now you have your main point guard and ball handler back in as well for the Gators.
23-16 is your score. 1:32 to play in the second quarter. North Star up by 7, 23-16. On the right side, it is Welker. Welker down low. Nobody's there. That was a rocket of a pass intended for, once again, Kinley Anderson. She's unable to grab it. Turnover.
Yeah, it was a great, really good idea. Not ideal execution, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to try to get it to the top of the key and then go high-low because you do have size advantage because North Star Gators has their guard at the bottom of the zone.
Crossing the timeline here is Joyce Johnson. Johnson with 1:07 to play until halftime. Annie Lou with the basketball at the top of the key. She drives right side, unable to go anywhere. Backdoor cut, Kendall Anderson. She lost the basketball, saves it. Somehow Daugherty's able to keep it in. That's going to be a traveling violation as she lost possession of the basketball and just was unable to get it from behind her back.
Their daughter was going to spin, got caught on her back, right? But I think the defensive adjustments here of Millard North is really paying dividends to keep this game close, and they're going to try to hit some more shots and execute on the defensive end to get them back in the game.
On the right side, now down low, watch out. Mia McKenzie gets hit hard by Daugherty. Tough couple of minutes here for Daugherty as she's picked up a couple of fouls and now turn over the basketball as well.
Young freshman experience out here in a state championship tournament, just learning, right? And obviously going against another freshman. I'm sure they played in club basketball with or against each other. Just a learning process, but it's a good young player trying to find her way.
Baseline inbound. Klossman gets it in to McKenzie, the freshman. Works through traffic, misses the layup. Trying to fight for it. Lou gets her miss and is able to bring it up the floor. Comes Joyce Johnson. 37 seconds to go in the second quarter. Johnson in the lane. Can't hit the layup. Rebound fought for. It's on the back of the neck of McKenzie as it rolls down her spine. Klossman, or rather Welker, is able to corral it. Here comes left side Galligan. Extra pass. Klossman wasn't able to catch it cleanly. Now this side as Kendall Anderson and Galligan fight for loose ball. A little bit of a crazy situation going on right now. Bodies are all over the place. Down the floor goes McKenzie. Layup is good. Holy smokes. Turnover after turnover. Loose ball after loose ball. With 5 seconds to go, here's Johnson. She drives on Klossman. On the left side, she's out of control, and she gets the foul call.
Good job there by Johnson. No panic after helter-skelter. 10 seconds. Millard North was able to get an easy 2 points. What do? You put it to your all-everything guard, get downhill, draw the foul, 1.3 seconds. Let's see if she can cash in.
Can't blame Chris Paulson on that Millard North sideline for being a little frustrated with that foul call as Johnson misses the first free throw. Johnson out of control, was a little rushed, but still was able to draw the foul, which is a positive.
Yeah, the body contact on the shot. And then what players are doing now, coming up with their inside hand and forcing the ref to make that call.
Both free throws no good. It's out of bounds. It'll go to Millard North with 0.2 seconds on the game clock. And so not a whole lot of time to even put up a shot here for Izzy Galligan or Klossman. It's going to be Klossman. They'll let the clock run out. And there's your score at the half. Lincoln North Star, the Gators up by 5 as the number 1 seed here in Class A. They lead at 23-18 over the Millard North Mustangs. We'll step aside, come back in a while for the halftime show. Nick Sander, Jay Foreman with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
and electrical.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call
John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
and electrical. When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
State high school basketball
With UBT,
coverage from Pinnacle
you've got
Bank Arena
total
is
control
proudly
over
sponsored
your
by
money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Well, welcome back. We are at the half. Your score 23-18. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman alongside from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Lincoln North Star, the number 1 seed in Class A, leads number 8 seed Millard North by 5 at the break. And Jay, when you look at that Lincoln North Star team, balanced scoring throughout. KJ Pinchin leads the way with 6 points, but then it's Alex Kroll off the bench with 4. Joyce Johnson, their starting guard, has 4. Kendall Anderson with 4. Annie Lou has a 3-point shot. A little bit of a different story when you then look at Millard North, where you have it somewhat a little more lopsided with Mia McKenzie having 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way that it's actually usually flipped, though, right? Whereas Annie Lou is leading the way with double-digit points in the first half, and then obviously Pinchin comes along. The approach that North Star is taking is that anybody that's open can get it. I was equal opportunity, but whereas Millard North is looking at Mia McKenzie is a matchup problem against the zone or man because she has an inside-outside game, and they need her to make shots, and she does a really good job on the offensive rebounds. Or the whole team in Millard North has done a really good job rebounding on the offensive end. So when you think about the amount of turnovers that Millard North has had, is offset because of the offensive rebounds. You need more opportunities against this North Star Gators defense, and for the North Star Gators defense, they got to figure out a way. They got to make some more bunny shots, right? They got to be a little bit more cohesive on offense as far as movement. They're playing fine on the defensive end. Probably need to rebound better on the defensive boards, but that's sometimes a byproduct of the long shots. We've seen that sometimes with Nebraska when you force teams to shoot contested and hard threes. They're going to get offensive rebounds. So you just got to continue to battle on the defensive end.
It's really interesting. You look at a couple of things when we were talking about Silver Lake and Archangel Catholic earlier. Few turnovers from Silver Lake in that first half. You look at the first half here for Millard North. 15 turnovers for the Millard North Mustangs. Lincoln North Star scored 16 of their points, 16 of their 23 points have been off of turnovers. I'm sure if you're Chris Paulson, the head coach from Millard North, in that locker room, you're saying, guys, limit the turnovers. We're probably winning this thing.
Yeah, I mean, because you've been playing really good on the defensive end by mixing up your coverages, right? And you running, a variety of defenses. You rebound. You have as many athletes as they do, right, as North Star does. So you got to say, look, listen, against North Star, they're going to create turnovers, but 15 is probably too much for Millard North, as well they've been coaching, as well they played all year. So limit the turnovers, cash in on some more bunny shots for Millard North. For North Star is continue to create turnovers, but maybe create some more easy opportunities so the three-point shots will fall. The ones that didn't fall in the first half.
General Excavating is hiring for 50 individual positions across all departments in the locations of Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Start your new career today at generalexcavating.com. When we come back in 2 minutes of time, we will start the third quarter of play. Your score at the break, 23-18. Lincoln North Star up by 5 over the Millard North Mustangs here at Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Start of the third quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert alongside my good old friend Jay Foreman here as Lincoln North Star up by 5, 23-18 over the Millard North Mustangs. It'll be Lincoln North Star basketball to start the third quarter here. Jay, if you're Millard North, what do you got to do?
You got to continue to chop and wood, right? You got to continue to craft the offensive boards, get more opportunities, maybe hit a couple more threes. But I think you got to try to go back to the high-low offense. 2 or 3 passes, get it to the middle of the zone, quick dump down to McKenzie, easy 2 points to really try to loosen that defense up. They ran into trouble when they slow it, right, their slow place at half court.
All right, we're underway here in the third quarter. Up by 5 is Lincoln North Star. They have the basketball working down to the basket to our left. Pass down low to Lou, working on Welker. She broke verticality, and that is going to be a foul on Clara Welker as 2 shots coming up for Annie Lou.
Well, that's a good adjustment there that we see coming out of halftime by Coach Johnson. They're giving Millard North a little bit of their own medicine. High-low from the wing down to their best player, Annie Lou, trying to get her started. 3 points in the first half, trying to get easy 2 points here at the free throw line.
First one on the way, no good. Annie Lou, one of the leaders for this team, a 4-year varsity starter, trying to win a state championship in her last year. Misses both free throws, and this one on the rebound is going to be tipped out of bounds.
The depth perception on free throws, I think it really hurt some teams early in the the tournament. Whoever can kind of withstand the storm and obviously stay down with this generally will come out of this first round and win the next game.
Anderson to inbound. She gets it in. Pinchin on the right side, working on McKenzie. Corbin Pierce, after she deflected that one out of bounds for Lincoln North Star, she kind of got she was a beneficiary of the call because she looked at her teammate and said, I definitely touched that last. As Pinchin tries the three, no good there. As McMahon will bring it across the timeline for Millard North, their first possession on offense. Now Welker just inside the perimeter, looking around, finds a cutting McKenzie down low on the doorstep, puts it up. That's going to be a jump ball. Good call by the baseline official there, and it'll stay on this end of the floor with Millard North.
Good job by Corbin Pierce. Is not body contact, pretty much palmed the ball, forcing a jump ball. Possession back to North Star, next jump ball.
Glassman to inbound, looking around. They get it in up top to Galligan. Galligan one-handed pass across the floor to Klossman for three. Missed everything. Rebound corralled by Millard North. Up and with it, McKenzie. She can't get the layup to go. Her shot was blocked. I think Chris Paulson was asking for the foul to be called because he
on
felt
the body.
on the body because it felt like they were
McKenzie had good position, a little bit of body contact. Could have went either way.
On the left side, Joyce Johnson. Now at the free throw line, Annie Lou. Lou bounces it right side, and that's going to be a traveling violation on Annie Lou. So a little bit of sloppy play here to start the second half.
A little sluggish start for both teams. Obviously, probably trying to get started, but also the pressure and intensity makes you play a little bit tight. You got to loosen up and just go for it. You got plenty of time in the second half.
23-18, your score. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. Inside, Clara Welker. She dribbles it on the left side of the lane off the glass. Too strong. Rebound tipped around a couple of times. And Kendall Anderson, that is, of Lincoln North Star, is able to come away with it. Joyce Johnson will bring it across the half-court line. Working directly in front of us. Now reversed course and hesitates back near the Herbie Husker logo. Still 6:24 to go in the third quarter. Johnson now left side to Anderson. Anderson thought about it a long three. Instead passes it up to Lou. Lou with a half-hearted shot fake. Now fires the three on the way, and it's no good. She's had a couple of those that are halfway down and bounced out. And now we have a carry charged to Klossman of Millard North.
Yeah, and he looks a little frustrated about 2 threes that kind of just rimmed in and ran out. You just got to keep shooting it because she's a really good shooter. But the one thing that North Star does, they just go back and play defense. So Annie Lou stopped the initial fast break, caused the turnover, unforced error. Now they have the ball back underneath their hoop. So it's almost a value of 2 turnovers there.
So Kendall Anderson inbounds it to Lou, now to Johnson. Joyce Johnson, wide open three.
That's the one thing we've seen with Joyce Johnson, obviously a 3-year varsity starter, improved her outside game as well as her efficiency, assist to turnover ratio.
Looking for help. Millard North has nowhere to go for it. Chris Paulson wants to talk things over. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside with them. It's an 8-point ball game here at Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman alongside. 26-18, your score. Lincoln North Star out in front by 8. In a little bit of a sluggish start to the third quarter. It's 26-18. In for Millard North, number 5, Destiny Holverson. We have a traveling violation called. Destiny Holverson, though, the sophomore guard, didn't see her play a whole lot in the first half. Here she is.
Yeah, well, you didn't see her play a lot because she didn't. Well, now you needed some guard play because North Star wears down the opposing team's guard. You got to give a breather here, but you can't turn the ball over another unforced error.
So here is Joyce Johnson on the right side. Johnson working on McMahon. Johnson still navigating her way through traffic. The layup in the lane, no good, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Millard North.
Good job. A good block there by Clara Welker. High pointing the ball, didn't swap down. Good drive by Johnson, better play by Welker.
We have a timeout on the floor. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here this time. And welcome to Lincoln State Hoops fans from across the state. Big Ten Sports Bar is just like your favorite local sports bar, just a little bigger to fit the whole team and more. Stop by before or after any game in downtown Lincoln at 10th and P. You can also Discover a distinctly Christian community equipping you to live by faith at Concordia University in Seward. You can learn more about Concordia University's programs, or you can schedule your campus visit online at cune.edu. Some of your leading scorers today, once again, Mia McKenzie for Millard North, 11 points. 11 points, 5 rebounds to lead all scorers. For Lincoln North Star, a little bit more of a balanced effort, as Johnson has 7, KJ Pynchon has 6 points, 4 rebounds, and Kendall Anderson has 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Anderson to inbound it for Lincoln North Star. She gets it in to Pierce. Pierce now to Pynchon. Pynchon fires a 3 on the way, and it's no good, just off to the right side a little bit. McKenzie clears the glass for Millard North. Millard North brings it across the timeline, and another ill-advised pass is another turnover, and it's going the other way for Lincoln North Star.
Yeah, North Star, that 1-3-1 zone that Tommy's been known for, the North Star Gators been known for, they're starting to crank it up, trying to create more turnovers, inching towards 20 turnovers caused. They just got to hit some more shots.
Here's Anderson. Can they hit this shot? No, they cannot, as the rebound fought for by McKenzie, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to Lincoln North Star.
So you're seeing there, maybe from the first half to second half, North Star is cranking up their intensity, attacking the offensive boards, giving Millard North a little bit of a taste of their own medicine.
Baseline inbound, Kendall Anderson. Looking around, still surveying, now finds Pynchon. Long 3 on the way, missed everything. Well short, gets their own miss. Anderson tries a 3. She misses that one. Rebound fought for. It's still being decided. Now Joyce Johnson with it. Almost lost it to Lou for 3. That one's off the front iron. Rebound tipped around, and a foul is going to be called on Galligan. The height is starting to become a factor.
The physicality, the height, the energy of the second half, man, on the offensive boards, right? When you don't make it, you got to go get it. Keep trying. Millard North did it to the tune of 6 offensive rebounds in the first half. It's 3 so far for North Star Gators.
Joyce Johnson at the top of the key, just looking around. Now backs it out near the logo. Guarded by Bailey Rook, the freshman for Millard North. Johnson with still 18 on the possession. Has it on the right side. Uses her dribble. Now gives to Anderson. Back to Johnson. Johnson and Anderson just playing catch back in the perimeter. Now a cross-court pass that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lincoln North Star. A lot of just standing around there. And when they tried to make something happen, it wasn't a good pass.
Yeah, Coach Johnson wanted that ball to go to Pynchon in the middle where you can almost get a one-on-one against the zone. You get the zone going side to side, and before it can really recalibrate to the other side, you can get it to in the middle one-on-one. Missed opportunity there. Costly turnover. A chance to go to double digits there, Nick, right? This is when you want to try to extend the lead, maybe blow this game wide open.
26-18, your score. Pass right side. Here it is, Lindley Paulson. Paulson into the far side. Three-pointer shot blocked by Lou as Bailey Rook was trying to convert on a three-point shot. That was not a great decision there, as that's going to stay with Millard North, though.
It was a good decision until you saw Annie Lou make up a ton of ground. Yeah, I think, it's not only she's 6'1", the long arms and length is allowing her to be excellent on defense.
4:05 to go in the third quarter. It's a turnover on the inbound pass and a deep breath from Chris Paulson on that Millard North sideline as he watched his team give up another free possession. Anderson to Lou. Lou bobbled it, gets it back, though, for Lincoln North Star. Down low, Joyce Johnson. Inside-out game. 3 ball on the way. Powell missed everything. And Galligan clears up the glass for the Millard North Mustangs. Galligan over the top, and Mia McKenzie is going to be fouled by Alex Kroll.
Yeah, Kroll was a little bit late, tries to time up that steal there coming from the bottom of the zone. You probably would have liked Joyce Johnson to, shoot it. She has 7 points, right underneath the hoop. Pretty physical, finish around there. It's probably wanted that one back, even though it's an open 3.
Inbound pass into the far corner. It's Rook. Rook gets it knocked out of bounds. It stays on that end of the floor with Millard North. 26-18 is your score. 3:37 to go in the third quarter. 8-point lead for Lincoln North Star as they get it into Paulson. Paulson now with it on the left side to Rook. Rook two-handed pass down low. Good shot fake. McKenzie layup won't fall. Offensive rebound to Rook. Rook floater in the center of the lane. That one doesn't go off the front iron. And Kroll cleans up the miss for Lincoln North Star.
Yeah, North Star is cranking up that defense. Millard South's going cold here from the field. North Star's on the cusp of maybe breaking this game wide open, but Millard North is a tough out today.
Millard North's got to get some shots to start falling here as Johnson with 3:03 to play in the third quarter gives to Lou. Lou on the left side of the lane, back out Johnson. Johnson hesitates now, drives baseline. Great move off the glass and in.
Really good move. A little hesitation, tiptoed on the baseline there. Easy 2 points for the junior guard. 10-point lead for these Gators.
28-18 as Rook has it in the far corner for Millard North. She lost possession of the basketball for a moment, gets it back, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Annie Liu of Lincoln North Star. 28-18, 2:43 to play in the third quarter.
Millard North was making hay when they got the ball to the middle of the court. In the corners, plays right into North Star Gators.
Now here's a turnover. Lincoln North Star takes it away as Johnson has it, finds a trailing Anderson, wanted to shoot the three, decided to pass it up, and they'll reset their half-court offense with Joyce Johnson as McMahon is getting ready to check in at the next dead ball for Chris Paulson and the Millard North Mustangs. On the right side is Joyce Johnson working on McKenzie. Johnson finds a backdoor cutting Kroll, unable to hold on to the pass. And they need to have a check here real quick.
I like that though, right? I like that. I like the communication with the ref, right? He was blocked. The one on the baseline was blocked. The guy that was out right, pretty much even with us, saw it, went off. A good idea, right? Joyce Johnson gets 2 feet in the paint. You get a cutter from the wing, just off the fingertips. Good idea to try to create more easy baskets for North Star. Millard North is on the attack now.
2:15 to go in the third quarter. 28-18. Millard North up by 10, or rather, Lincoln North Star is up by 10. Rook, her three-point shot is blocked again. Millard North gets it back, trying to find some open space. Another turnover for the Millard North Mustangs as they throw it right into the hands of that North Star defense. Pinchin with it on the left side. She'll dribble near out the logo. Pinchin now to Johnson. Johnson guarded by McMahon. She throws it down low onto the block. It's Pinchin. She's stuck in the lane, looking around for help. Finds Galligan on the other side. The only problem is that Galligan plays for the other team. Galligan in the lane, floater, and they needed it.
Really good job there by Galligan. Once Kroll missed that shot, she knew that there wasn't going to be a chance for them to set up their defense. Easy 2 points for Galligan.
As rough as it's been for Millard North, they're still hanging around. They're down by just 8 with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Here's Annie Liu, top of the key, looking, finds Johnson. Even farther away from the basket. Now there's a reach-in foul called on number 24, Jordan McMahon.
Yeah, good job there by McMahon. Good, just a little bit handsy, trying to stop Joyce Johnson from orchestrating this offense. And so you're seeing a little bit of momentum shift now that Millard North got on the scoreboard here in the second half. But this is a defensive battle, Nick, right? You know, it's obviously a ton of turnovers and a ton of missed shots. But you have to keep battling if you're the North Star Gators and the Millard North Mustangs.
It's 28-20. Lincoln North Star out in front by 8. Pinchin has it for the Gators at the top of the key to Daughtery. Daughtery now holding the basketball above her head. Finds Joyce Johnson. Johnson back to Daughtery. Layup in the lane. It's good.
Daughtery had a little bit of a struggle the first half. You keep at it. Joyce Johnson sets up the all-to-everything freshman for an easy 2 points.
Here on the left side, it's Rook. Rook looking around. She's had a tough go of it. Now Galligan down low. McKenzie in the lane off the glass. Good job there by Millard North responding.
Good job by McKenzie, almost suspending herself in the air, double pump so the North Star Gator defender couldn't block a shot.
Here on the left side, Johnson. She drives, able to get past her defender. Now back Anderson for three. No good. And McKenzie gets the rebound, and we have a foul called on Rook of Millard North with 25 seconds to play in the third.
Right now, you just see North Star Gators have cranked up their energy and the physicality going on the offensive boards. Annie Liu drew a foul against the freshman, Bailey Rook, to keep the possession down here for North Star.
Anderson to inbound. She gets it over the top to Joyce Johnson. Shot clock is dark. 22 seconds to play in the third quarter. Johnson near the timeline. Lincoln North Star is up by 8, 30-22, guarded by Jordan McMahon. Now here's Johnson with 10 on the game clock in the third quarter. Pass into the fingernail. It's Daughtery. Daughtery in the lane. Shot blocked by Millard North. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie up the near sideline. As the horn sounds, it is no good. And after 3 quarters of play, tough sledding for both sides in that third quarter, but more so for Millard North as they let trail 30-22 as we start the fourth quarter in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day. In the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more Girls State Basketball Tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman alongside. Appreciate Jake Sorens, Jake Bacco, and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew from back at the studio doing their thing. As we start the fourth quarter, it's 30-22 Lincoln North Star. Millard North has the basketball to start on the left side. Now pass down low. It's off the backboard, off the deflection, and it's taken away by Lincoln North Star.
Good job there by Doherty, is causing the confusion, tipping the pass and getting the rebound. Gators on the attack.
So here comes Lincoln North Star. As with 7:35 to go, Joyce Johnson getting harassed, and that's a 5-second defensive call. A great job by Jordan McMahon.
Good job there by Millard North, changing their defense again. They go to man because they figure they can't keep playing zone. They're trying to up the pace to get more opportunities on the offensive end. McMahon stuck with Johnson, who's very, very quick at the guard position.
Another turnover as Lincoln North Star takes it back in the lane. Doherty misses the layup. She smokes it. Defensive rebound for for Millard North rather. Millard North has more turnovers than they have points, but yet are still in this game. They're down by 8 and a foul on Annie Lou.
Yeah, they are hanging around because they are playing just as tough as they're playing just as tough as North Star Gators. What they're not doing is taking care of the ball. Now look, the North Star Gators, you got 4 6-footers plus out there and a 5'6", super quick and strong athletic guard. It's hard to not turn the ball over when you're expending so much energy on the offense or defensive end.
Galligan puts up a tough shot, and that was ill-advised early in the shot clock. They still trail by 8. 6 minutes and 52 seconds to play in the fourth quarter here. Joyce Johnson with the basketball, guarded by Jordan McMahon. Now passes it left side to Anderson. Anderson now back to Johnson. Johnson with it, dribbling it right side on the wing. She has it, reverses direction. Johnson looking for help, finds Anderson now. Anderson to Pinchin. 7 on the possession. Pinchin driving right side on the freshman McKenzie in the lane. The layup too strong, and Clara Welker clears the glass. Now Welker almost gets it taken away before bouncing it to Jordan McMahon. McMahon throws it up the floor, and guess what? Turnover number 24.
Yeah, it's a lot of ill-advised, unforced errors are the ones that probably are going to really not sit well with Coach Paulson.
Wide open three-point attempt. Anderson just a tad strong. Rebound fought for and won by Jordan McMahon of Millard North. As Galligan will bring it across the timeline. Izzy Galligan down the floor. McKenzie.
Alley-oop there to the freshman.
It's a 6-point game. 5:45 to play. As once again, Millard North, 24 points, 24 turnovers, and they are down by just 6. 30-24 with 5 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Annie Lou with the basketball to Doherty. Doherty finds Lou. Great job, give and go, and she's fouled underneath on the take to the rim. So with 5.5 to play in the fourth, Annie Lou is going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots while they make their way to the line. Remember, folks, Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what-ifs. You can learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Annie Lou makes the first free throw. One more coming up.
One of the things that North Star, the first game is always the hardest, but one thing you have to do, both Millard North and North Star, is you got to just continue to play to win. We've seen in the Class A boys, district finals, a couple teams didn't play. They played not to lose versus playing to win. You got to still be systematically aggressive. You got to lean on your principles, which for them is their defense and offensive rebound.
Back to an 8-point game. On the left side, Galligan threw it, and Clara Welker wasn't even ready for it.
Yeah, Welker wasn't probably expecting Gallatin to pick it up and pass it to her so far away or so close to half court. But another unforced error. Now you got 25 turnovers. There's only so many turnovers you can withstand before the game would be over.
On the left side, Anderson with Lincoln North Star up by 8. North Star having the basketball. Left side, it's Johnson. And we have a whistle and a foul called on Jordan McMahon. And so that's going to be a sideline inbound coming up for
second team foul.
Lincoln North Star. Millard North had 18 points at the half. They have 24 currently, 32-24. They trail. On the right side, it's Joyce Johnson now to Anderson. Anderson to Lou. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Here on the right side, Johnson, top of the key, Anderson. Great closeout, and that's going to be a foul, a blocking foul called on number 14. That's Kinley Anderson, the freshman for Millard North.
Yeah, you're trying to come through that double elevator screen and blow it up. A little bit overzealous, body foul. You know what? If I'm Coach Paulson, I like it. I like my freshmen being aggressive.
Sideline inbound. They are not guarding the inbounder. They throw it instead up top. Taken away by Galligan. Galligan going the other way. Millard North needs some points. As now Galligan is bumped, no whistle, and another turnover. Here's Pinchin. Pinchin on the left side, getting chased down from behind. Now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Tommy Johnson and Lincoln North Star. We'll step aside. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back in just 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 4:42 to play in the fourth quarter. It'll be Lincoln North Star basketball out of the Gators timeout. Tommy Johnson wanted to talk things over real quick. And Jay, I mean, once again, the story of this second half, story of this game, 26 turnovers for Millard North, but they're only down 8. They need to score as many points as they've scored in the second half in its entirety. They need to score just to tie, or rather, excuse me, they need to score more than that. Yeah. In the final 4.5 minutes. Here's Johnson, left side, Anderson, now in the near corner. Dodery trying to get it down low to Lou, can't do so. Shot up on the way, it's good for KJ Pinchin.
Pinchin, the Stephen F. Austin commit, big time three for the corner. Now you're up by 11.
35-24, it almost feels insurmountable. Passes it left side, down low, Anderson to Galligan, and it's going to go out of bounds, stays with Millard North. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go. That was just Lincoln North Star's fourth made three of the day. They're 4 for 18 now.
Yeah, and they're usually a pretty good three-point shooting team. A little bit off first time in this arena, but more importantly, the better defense and better defensive scheme by Millard North.
Looking for help. They get it in finally. Top of the key. Welker for three. That one's good. And we have a timeout on the floor. Millard North wants to talk things over. Finally, Millard North is able to find the bottom of the bucket. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Pinnacle Bank Arena, 35-27. It's an 8-point ball game. Lincoln North Star has the basketball. Millard North out of their timeout, sets up their extended defensive pressure. And Dotery almost had a chance to just walk across the timeline. Instead, now they give it to Annie Liu, and she does so. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to play. Liu with the basketball. Throws it into the far corner. 3-ball on the way. Pinch in!
Pinch 2 back-to-back threes from the corner. Big shot there from the senior. That's what you expect down here at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
38-27, an ill-advised pass as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Joyce Johnson and Lincoln North Star.
You know, Nick, those passes that have too much arch on it are just essentially blood in the water for these North Star Gators. And here they are attacking the ball again.
Here's Welker in the lane. The jumper, no good. And the rebound is fought for and won by Dotery of Lincoln North Star. Up by 11 are the Gators, 38-27. Lincoln North Star, the number 1 seed in Class A, up by 11. Here is Annie Liu, guarded by Galligan. Liu with the basketball, hands it off. Here's Johnson. Johnson now with the basketball in the free throw line. She bobbled it, lost the basketball. We have a whistle and a foul called on Joyce Johnson of Lincoln North Star.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision there by Joyce Johnson. Got into the middle of the lane. Probably wanted to see her shoot that nice little floater. Tried to do the right thing and pass it, but the long arms and defense of Millard North caused her a little bit of problems. Getting subbed out here. Here comes Kroll. Not much drop off. And so when you're Coach Tommy Johnson, you're able to sub your all-everything guard out and bring another graded guard in and Kroll.
3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter here as Millard North needed answers, and they turn it over again. That's turnover number 27 in the lane. The layup will not fall.
Great play there by Anderson.
The putback try does not go either, and Galligan clears the miss. Once again, 27 turnovers this game for Millard North. Top of the key, Galligan in the lane. The floater is good.
It's a 4-point swing right there. Missed a couple bunnies there by North Star Gators. Galligan gets it. 2 points there for Millard North. Now they're within striking distance.
38-29. Good job passing to break the press as Kroll has it right in front of us. Guarded by McKenzie, who's been quiet in the second half. Just 6 points. Left side pinch, and why not a third three? Just a tad long. Offensive rebound for Dotery. Dotery spinning around. Finds Anderson now to Liu. Liu with 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Tommy Johnson saying, hey, let's reset near the logo. Let's just take our time here. And Anderson is going to be fouled by Jordan McMahon.
Yeah, you know, McMahon, a good foul there, right? You wanted to get the clock stopped, but you wanted to force North Star to play offense. Here comes Joyce Johnson back into the game. Let her settle down, get her bearings together. Now you got your best ball handler and decision maker in the game. Also, here comes Pierce, right? Giving Doherty freshman on freshman sub there. Really good job there by Doherty there. Pretty much played the whole second half. Really, really dominant on the boards. Here comes Pierce, the starter, to finish off the game. You're looking ball handlers now to finish this game.
On the right side, it's Annie Liu. 1:55 to play in the fourth quarter. It's a 9-point Gators advantage over Millard North, and they have the basketball. Here is Annie Liu. Annie Liu with the basketball near the timeline. Hesitates, working on Galligan. Galligan forces her to go up with the left hand. It's blocked out of bounds. Last touched by Millard North.
Yeah, 11 seconds left on the shot clock, so you got to speed it up a little bit if you're the North Star Gators. But Millard North's got to continue to play defense, and then got to hit some big shots there on the offensive end if they get stopped.
On the far side, here's Johnson. Now center of the lane. Stops, pivots, spins, steps through. Layup too strong. Rebound tipped. Controlled by Galligan. Galligan with the basketball across the half-court line. Gets bumped by Anderson, and they will set up the half-court offense with 1:31 to play.
Yeah, North Star, only 3 fouls, right? So you don't mind it. But if I'm Coach Johnson and the North Star Gators, I don't want a foul, right, Nick? And obviously if I'm Millard North, I want everything going to the rack, trying to get easy points, maybe an and one to stop the clock as well.
Here's Welker, right side Galligan for 3, missed it badly. Rebound fought for, won by Annie Liu, and she does not have numbers, so she'll slow things down. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Tommy Johnson of Lincoln North Star. We'll step aside with them one final time for this game. 1:18 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket in 30 seconds.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman alongside. 1:18 to play in the fourth quarter. 38-29 is your score. Lincoln North Star out in front by 9 points over the Millard North Mustangs. And Jay, I mean, obviously you're still in range. If you're Millard North. You got to make some things happen here, but then also not to make this a foul game, you got to get some steals.
Yeah, you got to get some steals, and you got to get them quick because North Star has the size and length and experience, and then I have Joyce Johnson ball handling to play keep away here for the rest of the game.
Here in the lane, Joyce Johnson finds Pierce on the doorstep on the right side. Great job by Corbin Pierce. It's now an 11-point game yet again. Now here Klossman comes for the Millard North Mustangs. Looking around for help, finds Galligan. She'll fire the three. This one is good for Izzy Galligan with 55 seconds to play. It's an 8-point ball game. They get it into Annie Liu. Liu up the floor to Pinchin right in front of us. Pinchin now looking. They get it to Liu, and she's going to be fouled.
Good job there by Galligan, stepping in, hitting the big three. One or two passes, you find a hole in that zone, you got to let it fire. Now North Star has to make free throws. And one thing Millard North cannot afford to do is give up another offensive rebound or a turnover for the next 46 seconds.
Lincoln North Star 5 for 11 on free throws here in this one so far. First one is good for Annie Liu.
Annie Liu struggled from the field a little bit and the free throw line, but under pressure, you like your senior.
Second one coming up for Annie Liu. And that one's no good, but a rebound fought for, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Corbin Pierce of Lincoln North Star, so Millard North will have the basketball down by 9.
So when you think about it, it's a situational basketball, just like football. You got to think how many fouls you have, how many timeouts, how fast we have to score. It's a possession game for Millard North moving forward.
Here's Galligan splitting the double team. No look pass into the far corner. Rook's three well short. Offensive rebound tipped around, now controlled by Pinchin. Pinchin is going to get fouled, and now she will go to the line to shoot 2 shots, and North Star can smell it. 41-32, and they're 28 seconds away from punching their ticket to semifinal Friday.
Yeah, I mean, look, the first round is always the hardest, no matter if you're Class A or Class down or down to Class D2. So, look, two teams that know each other, two really good coaches. Coach Paulson came in with an excellent game plan. North Star had a really good game plan. Two well-oiled machines met today. It was a defensive battle, a physical battle, and North Star is, like you said, 28 seconds away from victory. But I always say the first game, especially when you're a number 1 or number 2 seed, is always the hardest to win.
Both free throws good for Lincoln North Star and Pinchin, as now it's 43-32. 28 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. They'll inbound it here to Welker. Welker across the timeline, looking around, and she gets it knocked out of her hands for a moment. Now a jump ball, and a possession arrow will give it to Lincoln North Star.
Yeah, Lincoln North Star is starting to clamp down here, right? And that's what you do when you have championship pedigree. You see an opportunity, you extend the lead, a little bit of tough sledding there in the first half. You start the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. You're trying to end the game with even a higher double-digit lead.
So here we go as Joyce Johnson has it across the timeline. 13 seconds on the game clock. They are not fouling, and they're just going to allow this one to probably expire here as Lincoln North Star, in their quest to hoist the school's first state championship, they are still alive as they win it 43-32.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty. Just got to be a W. And so Millard North was game opponent. A really good game. Obviously, it wasn't a lot of scoring, but you saw North Star, the pedigree, experience, big-time players, depth. Tip your hat to the Gators. Tip your hat also to the Mustangs as well. They came in and gave it their best shot. Both teams will be back. Two really good coaches and excellent programs.
Let's step aside. When we come back, we'll put a bow on this one, get you ready for our next one here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call
John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
And electrical.
Attention, Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join up and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, real quick here as we get ready to prepare for our next game. Lincoln North Star 43, Millard North 32. Jay, when you looked at it, Lincoln North Star did everything they could to really allow Millard North to stay in that game. Lincoln North Star, not a clean one, 17 turnovers for them. But for Millard North, the name of the game, man, you had 28 turnovers in a game that you lost by just 11 points.
Yeah, it's going to be always a what-if game. What if we only had 20 turnovers, which is a lot. But when you play a team like North Star Gators with the superior athletic ability, length, and obviously the continuity, sometimes you can get, way ahead of yourself. And they really made some things for Millard North hard, especially in the first half. And when you're not hitting, like they didn't really all game, it really starts to wear on you. And when they went on that 6-minute run where they cranked up the intensity, it was all she wrote.
It could set up a really intriguing matchup. Lincoln North Star will get the winner of our next game between Millard West and Omaha Westside. Millard West houses one of the best scorers in Class A this year by the name of Kylie Pavin, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher. she starts to warm up for Millard West. Omaha West side, led by head coach Steve Clark. We'll tell you so much more about them when we get back in less than 20 minutes or so. But for now, let's send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Bach, Jake, and the rest of the crew are standing by, ready to take you through the next 20 minutes or so, and we'll bring it back to PBA as we get ready for Millard West and Omaha West side right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it.